my sister, the Tiger, says we were nominated again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, now nomination. And also hit me, Monica. I will send you a link to the full film. So yeah,
Nice.
hit it up. And and it's just I think as a fan, I like to see female bodybuilder get more recognition. Be it I would say the true women's bodybuilding is women's bodybuilding, physique, figure, and maybe a bit it's fitness because those three divisions spun off women's bodybuilding. It wasn't for them; they wouldn't be women's bodybuilding. Now with bikini, it was kind of pulled in, but you got to remember when it started out. Bodybuilding kind of started off like bikini, but it kind of grew its own way. It kind of went their own separate ways. And
Yes.
wellness is kind of bits like bodybuilding. Like I seen girls. I just saw one girl. She did the Olympia. Samantha Jeering. She just announced she's going over to. She's a figure competitor, and she's
Okay.
going over to wellness. And this girl, I've seen videos of her. One of my followers mentioned her to me, and the girl, she really, she's really more. I think she's afraid of going up to physique,
Hmm.
and she felt like I go over the wellness. I think it'd be more conducive for me for my career.
Yeah. I mean, and again, it depends on what your goal is. What your goal is. Is your goal to get sponsors? Is your goal to, I mean, if we look at some wellness competitors, they're doing amazing. That's what people want to see. I like to see that. Don't get me right. It looks great. I think wellness has an ideal physique. It's beautiful. There's not, it's beautiful. There's muscle there as well. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But if that is your goal to obtain as many sponsorships as you can, then you have to think about the companies who would be interested in sponsoring your physique, because ideally you are representing their product with your physique, and that's why they're approaching you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's her goal, then she's probably better off going to a wellness or staying less muscular, unfortunately, because again, if we're talking about society and the masses, that's what they want to see.
Mm-hmm. And I think she's a pretty girl. I know this other girl. I think I follow her name is Blanca Sills, and she does figure. She
Mm-hmm.
started as bikini. She does figure, and and on her social media, this girl, she's kind of like she could push wellness, but she could go up to physique. She's very attractive, has a great look. I mean, I even mentioned to her, what she said, what she's going to do. She said, "Well, she's kind of on the fence right now." And I did an interview a while back. I think you did a show together, and that is Daphne Carter. And Daphne, she was physique, but she last year she switched over to wellness, and she's
Okay.
doing fairly well. I mean, I think she still has some way to go because she has those. I talk about with some guys those black genetics because she's Haitian, and those genetics. That's why you see a lot of the Brazilian women
Oh
doing
yeah.
so well because they have those strong genetics. Would you
Oh
ever
yeah.
consider going over to wellness?
What was that?
Would you ever consider going over to wellness?
Would I? No, I think I was naturally wellness, but there's no way I would want to intentionally lose muscle to drop down in categories. If anything, I want to go the opposite direction. Give me more.
Yeah. We got here the female bodybuilding channel. He says, saying like, it's late, guys. See you all. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
He
thanks for
says
watching.
also, was a pleasure to monitor because I think
Yeah,
JB's
thank you.
already in Germany. I think they're already like 7 hours ahead of us, so it's already
Hmm.
about midnight that time, I believe. And the TI that he mentioned was Teresa
Teresa,
and
yeah.
Bosick. Also, I was wondering what TI was talking about because I think Teresa, she does some interviews and stuff, and Teresa, I mean, she switched over to physique.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, she switched to physique for a while,
She was
but
physique,
then
yeah.
yeah, and then she switched back to bodybuilding.
With
And
Brandon, with Brandon Ray. Was it Brandon?
Brandon Way
Brandon Ray.
or Brandon Curry?
No, Brandon
Brandon
Ray.
Way, Brandon Way.
Yeah.
I heard somebody talk about him. I think one of the ladies talking about she's not too fond of him. So and that's the
Yeah.
thing about the coaches. Sometimes it's about hit and miss, and it just doesn't. Things may not always work with you. Might work with another person, and also the
Hmm.
fact that it is genetics. Because sometimes some women may not have those genetics, like especially some women who are like if you have like that's why I think it created the wellness division for those women that can't put on the size upper body wise, but a little thicker in the lower half. And people like I know, I try to reach out a couple of wellness girls, but my mindset, they more like have the mentality of bikini girls. So that's why I said that's why I focus more on the I would say the more real women's bodybuilding, like yourself and
Hmm.
physique, women's bodybuilding, and I did a couple of interviews with women figure. But like I said, I think these women in these divisions, need most, like I said again, more recognition, more opportunities. I mean, I think, like I said again, sponsors should take a chance. I know it's about what makes money, but also, you know, you can these days you have people like Andrew Shaw, you have people like Sarah Vilgas, who Sarah, she don't worry about money, she got money, but you still have these ladies here who, like you say, they um do love the sport. You do have passion for it, but still, how much you put into it, you should get as much of it back from it. We got my man KL the Wanderer. He says, "Hey, what's up, George? Appreciate it, brother." Also, my man Raheem, I got an idea: bodybuilding trading cards.
I actually spoke with someone about that like 3 years ago. Like it'd be awesome if we had bodybuilding trading cards, and every year, a new set comes out, or stating your stats.
Yeah,
that would be pretty awesome.
I think it would be great. You'll be selling like something like like if somebody can do this, I think somebody can make some money off of it, especially guys who are fans. You
Where's
know,
Tops at?
yeah, tops. Like I don't think they do tops anymore because no one uses. I think my younger brother and my nephews used to collect the cards. I never really
Yeah,
collect. I used to collect comic books. I still got a bunch of them in boxes and stuff in the storage room. My mom put them in one day when she cleaned out my room. But yeah, I think that was something that really helped because stats where you're going. You
yeah,
also, especially social media, put on their like IG, you should follow them. I think that would really
yeah.
help out. You know. But folks, this is like I said, this is a great talk. Sarah, instead of the interruption that happened, I think I probably a little bit on my side. I don't know. Sometimes stuff happens. I have a good conversation with a beautiful lady right now, and then stuff happens. And just But like I said, I enjoy talking with you ladies because, like I said, I get
Well, we
a
yeah we appreciate it.
well. Like I said, you deserve it because the fact is, you put so much work into the sport. Your heart, your sweat, your tears, your blood. Sometimes there's times when you're depleted of carbs. You be like Pookie on New Jack City. Be calling me man, be calling my man, be calling my dad, be calling me dad. And I don't know. I was talking to one lady how sometimes you know uh how sometimes the mental factors of it. How especially when you're training, and sometimes it tell me it sometimes takes you to a dark place and we it's just I think it was about a couple of years ago we had a couple of suicides in sport and you have people die from this and that, but just to still get up in the morning, go work out, go you know go follow a diet, eat like 5 6 times a day, where most people would just say I got 3 4 meals, I'm good, but just to do what you do
Hmm.
and to still have a passion for it. It's tough. Like I said, if body was easy, everybody would do it.
Yes, yes, yeah. And I mean, everyone, just like with anything, if you're mentally prepared, then I mean, you can only do so much without experience it. You have to experience it for the first time, whether it's training, whether it's being prepared for getting in prep for your show, at a caloric deficit, whatever it may be, cardio. Some people were made for it and some people weren't. Um, so if you're already dealing with, maybe some mental issues or something like that, it's probably not going to be the best. It's probably not going to be the best. You might have to have some support and bring in, pull other people in, which is, why you have your coach and hopefully some teammates. But I mean, personally, like I said, I think being an athlete helps as well. In my past, I've been an athlete my entire life, so I definitely feel like that's helped, because I know what to expect. I want that challenge. I want to push my body. I want to keep going. So I enjoy that. I appreciate that. I have the support and the surroundings, and I'm in the right environment with doctors, with coaches, with teammates. And yeah, I mean, I want to continue to push it as far as I can.
hmm We got here my sister, the Tigress, the Tigers in the building. How about calendar highlighting the top pro FBBs that could bring in some money for the girls?
Yes,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
and also my man Raheem says, do Flair?
Oh
They
yeah,
do trading cards as well. Yeah,
yeah,
Flair.
they
Yeah, I
do.
remember. Yeah, and and if it's like a lot of ladies to make income, and I don't know, you do it or not. Some do is like OnlyFans sites
Hmm.
like Her Biceps, sites like Muscle Girl Lives, doing photo sessions. We talk about working with Sean Nelson and those guys. Annie Vecchio. That's the way to make money, as we guys call it. The beat the meat websites, and it's the way to make some income in between shows. Like some ladies like yourself do have a 9 to 5 job, they work corporate, they have that, but if it's some way where they can make a little something to maybe take a little pressure off their bank accounts,
Oh yeah,
that's be good. I mean, I was talking to one lady. She said she had an OnlyFans, but she had to, shut it down because she's getting stalked by some guys. And that's the sad part about it. These guys are scared to just keep it
yeah.
professional for others. Keep it professional. It's crazy. Um, my man Raheem says also, what about bodybuilding action figures? I think that would be great.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people would love that. Like a little toy Monica or a little toy, or sometimes they
This
might
is
take
like
like say,
2020 Monica, 2023 Monica. You can see the transition.
or like I remember I used to have these little toys. I had a Captain America and Batman toy. I took it, switched the head. So I think about it, say like, well, I got a little Andrew Shaw. I got a little, um,
Put
you
my
know,
head on that.
yeah. You see, like you have Monica's bodies, like yeah. Man, Balls Deep hasn't mentioned this. Wyatt Bova is the goat. Yeah, I know about Wyatt Bova. Yeah, I follow on social media, and it's just, yeah. If there was a way, and I say this, if there was a way to really promote bodybuilding, where not just you ladies, but the whole aspect of the sport.
Hmm.
If you can get people to, like, big names, big sponsors, get people to get back, I think they would be better. Like maybe prize money wise, more opportunities on network television again, like it was back in the day. But like I said, we all know it's about profitable, what makes money for the bottom line. Like, remember my
Yes.
favorite scene was it's a scene from the movie The Incredibles, the first movie, where Bob's boss was telling him, it's it's your job to keep the company in the black. And that's the thing is, it's about trying to keep in the money. If you get in the red, you start losing money. But if you stay in the black, you don't lose anything. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff.
It
But
is.
like I
It is. There's a
said,
lot, lots of players, lots of things to think about. So yeah, I mean, and the more people like you support us and put our names out there, um, that just provides more opportunity for social media interaction with people, etc. So yeah, again we appreciate you and what you do. Wings of Strength, I mean, has done. I think if we have more productions like production companies like Wings of Strength, I think that would help as well. I mean, they're kind of they are the goat out there, and we highly appreciate them. At that NPC workshop that I was at, Alina was there, Linda Murray was there, like everybody was there. Jake Wood, they were all there. So those are great opportunities for a lot of these amateur women, who the majority of the audience was, and pros to congregate, to meet, to socialize with them, and ask questions about what's going on in the bodybuilding industry.
mhm, like Jake Wood, great guy. He's been really an advocate for women bodybuilding. I'm gonna quote another one favorite Wood, Denzel from from Training Day. Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. Jake, and like I said, if there's guys like one thing, if I had not Jake Wood's money, if I had Bill Gates' money, I would love to sponsor ladies like yourself. I would love to do like something like one thing I would love to do, go to the promoters and say, like, you know what, you got to show you don't have women's bodybuilding. You got to show you don't have women's physique. I want to sponsor that. I mean, what does it cost? Say, oh, you just write a check, yada yada, blah blah blah. But make sure, hey, I can write it off as a tax write off.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think that's one thing. And I said again, there are guys out there who are smart. If you can, like I said, if you get like a coalition of guys who are a fan of women bodybuilding, and say, you know what, if we can put like maybe 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, go to promoters, say, hey, you know what, we want to sponsor a women's bodybuilding show. We want, I know you got a show, you don't have women's bodybuilding, we want to sponsor it. Say, well, you may not make much money out of it. We're not worried about it. We got deep pockets. We're just gonna take it. We just want to see these divisions, be it physique, be it bodybuilding, be it figure. As you know, I won't call figure women's figure because if you call anything men's figure, if you call anything close figure, that's men's classic. That's like you break it down like this: you got men's open, and we have women's bodybuilding. Then you have 212, we have physique. Then you have men's classic, you have um figure, and you have men's physique, and you have bikini. Wellness and fitness on their own because no one wants to see guys' big butts. And I remember back in the day, they tried to do men fitness shows, but no one see guys in tight shorts and jumping around and flipping around. That's not very cool. But but yeah, but like I said, I think my man KL likes to say it like this: Monica, I want you to star in a movie.
Actually, I did. I was part of a movie back in August. It's called Love Lies Bleeding, independent movie. I believe it's supposed to be coming out this year, and it was pretty cool. Let's see, Ed Wood, Christian Slater, Christian Stewart, who I forget the other people who were in it. It was filmed in New Mexico and LA. These big name people did not go to New Mexico, but what it is the storyline is there's a woman who I believe like murders or leaves her boyfriend or husband, becomes a lesbian, gets on steroids, wants to be a bodybuilder, which is where we come in. And it's set in the 80s. So they took over, I believe it was like the Hilton, and they made it all look like the 80s, which is pretty cool because we had our hair done up and teased, and we had these really bright bikinis on, and we had a mock bodybuilding show. So that's the part that we were. There were a few of us there. There was a lot of the, I believe it's a WN, the Natty division that they have. One of them, there were a few of those women there who were in it as well. So it was actually a really good experience. It was fun, but we did play bodybuilders in the 80s, and there were some scenes of us working out and getting pumped up, and then obviously doing a show. So that'll come out soon. I'll send it to you when I know more.
All right, appreciate it. The part where y'all working pumping out. Those guys. Like they're like this. Like I said, this is old smoke space. And lady, you ladies rock hard, we're rock hard. And yeah, that's great because you know what I think. There's not if other than maybe movies like Pumping Iron, there was a couple of stuff. I think I remember I saw a movie with a woman by name Tegan Clyde. It was called Armed and Dangerous with John Candy and Eugene Levy. And you don't see as many women in movies anymore like you used to. Remember that movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez? You saw Kim Zdarsky. I think that was that year before she quit. Bodybuilding. Kim was just huge.
She was.
Yeah, I think that was the reason why they changed that. They put in the weight class and put in there that 19% rule because Kim was getting bigger. Kim had that great look. She beat Linda Murray twice, but then she started changing. Then Kim did something where she dropped a lot of muscle, did fitness and figure, and this seemed to me as a fan of bodybuilding, I feel like I slapped the face. You could have just retired like Linda and been done, but you came back and and just didn't work for her that well. But people like Linda Murray, Iris Kyle, you got to meet the 10-time champion, the 8-time champion. Those ladies really represent what women's bodybuilding was back then, and I think they want to bring that blueprint. I mean, there's a debate that back in 2014. I think the women's bodybuilding could have kept on going if they gave the title to Alina, because Alina had that look. She had that very great look to her, very feminine look to her. People didn't like Iris because Iris going around, she's winning both Miss International and Miss Olympia. I think some ladies even talked about how they felt like she was taking it. But the fact was, when you're doing Miss Olympia, you only get $25,000, and you could do another show and make another $25,000. You got to make it where the money's at. Exactly. I understand that now. As I've been doing this content, but if they gave, like, if you think about it, if Andrea could make like $100,000 doing the Miss Olympia, instead of just making I gotta make $50,000, get a little prize money and get a car and a truck over to Rising Phoenix. If they could look at Heidi Chopin walk away with nearly $500,000, and then people like Natalia and Andrea and some of the other divisions, I think the 212 guys make about almost $400,000, and the other divisions don't even crack the $100,000. But if, like I said, if Andrea and people like Natalia and others can get that much money, they wouldn't have to do shows like like how many like that's why I think you cut down the number of physique competitors, and because Natalia was doing like 5 or 6 shows last year. And then if they can make the money in shows like the Olympia, they wouldn't have to do other shows. But I know it's about being competitive and being out there. I understand that part, but still, I think it takes away opportunities. Now that they don't have the point system anymore, it's going to
Hmm.
be difficult. A lot of competitors to get there, they have to either, wing it a prayer, a wing it a prayer.
Apparently, it's more drugs. So, according to all these civilians.
Just you on steroids, you're like like it was this Kevin Hart skit where the guy said this guy is like a bodybuilder. He's working at T-Mobile. Said, "Welcome to T-Mobile. I broke another one, boss. Take out my check." But like I said, it's just you have to have a passion for the sport to do it. You just like I said, you just can't pop pills and just jump on a stage, and like I said, the cost of it. The men's bodybuilding, this guy wear a banana hammock and put on some tanning solution, and you ladies, you have to get your tanning, get your hair, get your makeup, da, and it, like I said, it costs more for you to compete.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, that's why some ladies do OnlyFans. That's why some ladies do just this. And I know ladies, she said she makes videos and send them to guys, and that's how she makes her money because sometimes she does have a job,
Yeah.
and she has to find a way to make income. She has a job, but it does help take some, like I said, again, it takes some of the pressure off your own bank.
Yes.
Man KL says, with all the explanations you give, George, you need more followers. You know more than some bodybuilders. I don't. I like I said, I had to learn because, like I said, I, for my interviews with talking to you ladies and people, I'm learning. Like like I said again, you told me about the whole thing about how you got to pay masters. I had one people told me how how if you want to do a show, you have to pay so much in. It's not really just the promoters that put in the money; it's the sponsors. It's stuff that I'm learning from the inside, from the outside in, and
Hmm.
and I would love to, like I say, as you remember on my what's face out, some guy talk about how well she's not. I wish you could talk to the big stars, but like I said, I would love talking to the big stars, but I love talking to ladies like you who have the boots on the ground, 10 toes down, who's in the trenches, because you need a recognition, you need attention. Yes, I would love to have Andrew Shaw. I love to have Natalia Queer. I love to have Sarah Vickers. I love to have Brooke Walker. I love to have Angela Yao. But I think is I enjoy talking to ladies like yourself because we have been, we can make connections. I consider you a friend. And I want to give you an opportunity to share your story with people who just are like curious, like how does they get into sport? What she's about, what she like, because like I said, this is an opportunity to promote. And if somebody watches this and say, you know what, I like this lady, I might want to sponsor her. I might, and here's again, guys, her social media stuff in the description. If you want to sponsor Monica in the next competition, be genuine. Reach out. Don't be these guys saying, "Oh, Monica, I saw those pictures where you're showing off your pecs, and I saw those pictures with you." No, stop it. Be a guy saying like, "You know what, Miss Perez, I want to see you get your next level. I want to see you grow as an athlete. If you need something from me, like okay, if you need okay, I can like do this. I can pay for your plane ticket to your next show. I can set up your room, get your reservation, and that was maybe shave a few bucks off your pockets where you don't have to worry about anything. That's what we need to see more people do. But the fact is, some people there's a lot of undercover schmoes who don't want people to
Hmm.
know that they like female bodybuilders. They like to keep low on the down low. But the fact is, people like myself who are fans of your ladies, who respect your ladies, who I do see y'all. That's the sexual object part about it, the sexual fetish of it, but also I respect you as athletes. And it's funny how people this is on even on that end where the guys still make more money than you because they're expecting the big, like I said, if you look at it this men's bodybuilding have a larger fan base. It's going to be guys who fan of bodybuilding, guys who are come say come side who fan of bodybuilding, and maybe a few women. But with you women, I think your fan base is most of us men who are fond of women bodybuilding, find you attractive, find you mysterious. And like I said, you even though you're not what they consider standard of a woman, you're still a woman. And
Hmm.
it's just you just bring a different look that I think really guys like Balls Deep, my man KLA, Raheem, all these other guys who's right here right now who are here just asking questions because they are curious and they also they follow you and they want to know about you. I know you just probably they just got maybe 3 or 4 more subscribers to your IG and your social media, but that's why I like doing these interviews. Give you
Sure.
ladies an opportunity to get out there so people can see you, know who you are. And if someone out there, so again, who's genuinely interested in supporting you ladies, that'd be a great thing.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, I mean, I can't tell you how, again, how much we appreciate you. Just giving us the opportunity, giving us the exposure and the platform, as you mentioned earlier. And in regards to sponsorships, I mean, who wouldn't turn down a real sponsorship? It would be great. And a real sponsorship is actually, like you said, paying for something or not being an ambassador. I don't want to be Monica 10% off of this jewelry. That's
50%
not
off,
sponsorship.
yeah. So, or some ladies say they usually they do like some kind of spokesman stuff, and then and you say, hey, they get paid if somebody buys a product and that's on their social media that's like 20% off of on a apparel or some kind of or pre workout mix or like that. My man, KLA the Wanderer, she's Wonder Woman, yeah, Wonder Woman.
Thank you very
And
much.
also he said I didn't seen her in IG, but now you see her
Yep.
here. So
Yeah.
but like I said,
Yeah.
we're not gonna hold it too long. Like
Yeah.
I said, I know it's been a busy day for her. She's
I
she
had
puts
legs today. So yes.
oh my God, legs! I often hear some ladies would have leg days like that episode. I love, like I said, I love quoting stuff from movies. That episode of remember of Charlie Murphy, the Rick James, where he said, "What about my legs?" Charlie Murphy about Rick James, we beat the Hicks. Some ladies be like that. I mean, the leg day. I got later. I probably go to the gym tomorrow. I do treadmill. I got two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I tried, and I got a bad hip with arthritis. I try to do my best because back was it not long ago. I was taking care of my mother. My mother was sick. I
Hmm.
took care of her for at least 4 or 5 years.
I remember that. Hmm.
Yeah, she when she passed away, and I
My
was nearly
condolences.
500. Yeah, I was nearly 500 pounds. And then I started, you know what? I don't have nobody to take care of myself. And I went and I took care of, I said, you know what? Let me do this better. So before I dropped down to just a little bit under 400 pounds. I did a bounce back because the holidays, the holidays get you. They're cooking that good ham, But I'm trying to say, I'm trying to keep myself motivated. Sometimes I get on the treadmill, I put on my headphones, I listen to my music, I lift the weights. I try to do not too much because I got a little issues with my shoulder, but I it's just trying to stay motivated
Yes.
and talking to you ladies and seeing where you come from, what you do, how you do it. There's days where I get out of the bed and my bed's like my lover. It'd be like, baby, you can't leave me, baby. You can't go. Stay with me. I said, okay, baby, I'll stay with you. But then there's other days, what? You be saying, you can't leave me, you can't go. So you know what, baby, I gotta go. I gotta do something. I gotta go to work, baby. I gotta go work. And and that's just the thing about it. I mean, you ladies really conversations I have with you, you really motivate somebody like me. I really, and I also like I said, I appreciate you, who you are and what you do. And I think some people need to recognize this. And this is something stupid that Kay always say, you know, George, be a vegan. Hell no. I'm gonna keep saying this. I yes, I will eat plants, but not for the rest of my life. I like the taste of meat. I like the nicer piece of turkey. I like it, right now, I'm gonna after I finish with this interview, I'm gonna cook something because I'm getting hungry.
Same
I
here.
like that. I mean, I know there's some bodybuilders that do that, like that I become friends with. She's used to be IB Pro, Alicia Flario. She does vegan. I remember Hola Lopez. I mean, she competed. I think I heard she switched it over to figure, I believe, and she's a vegan. I think there's a couple of natural women I've talked to. They also are vegan. That's a choice you want to do, but I mean, I grew up, eating meat, and I just can't give it up. It's like like sugar and meat. It's like crack. You just can't quit. You just can't quit. Be like, man, you be like, I don't know if like say today in the middle of the night saying, man, maybe I eat myself a vegan sandwich. No, I want to have a ham sandwich with cheese. With cheese.
I'm with you. I'll
Yeah.
have a plant with the side of meat. Yes.
Yeah, my man KL said you should veggie every day and then eat meat the next. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. But I still like to have a little piece of a hamburger. Like one day I went, and I was out and about. And I did my workout, and then I stopped by this place, Hong Kong place. It's a Chinese restaurant. It was calling me, man. It was calling me. It had some since December, But yeah, but man, Raheem says, yeah, I trained my legs today too.
Nice. So
Yeah.
did I.
Yeah, that's tough. I do a few leg workout, but with my knees, I gotta be careful for that. It's like my knees be screaming at me and say, "No, you gotta stop. We gotta get one more lift, one more lift." But sometimes you're like, "Yeah, we did it. Say," and then they say, "What about my leg, Charlie Murphy?" But like I said, I do appreciate you. You are a lovely lady, and I thank you for taking this time out with me and talking with me and sharing your story, your path. I mean, other than a little hiccup. this was a great interview. I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoyed talking to you ladies.
Same here. Yeah, we'll definitely have to catch up at the end of the year and see what I did this year.
All
And yeah,
right.
definitely like to follow up with you,
Yeah.
share some insights, share some experiences. Hopefully, we have more positive news in the female bodybuilding world and increased purses and increased shows. So yeah, and
Yeah.
again, can't express how much again I appreciate you personally. And I do remember with like we met early on in my bodybuilding career, and I've been supporting you since then, and I appreciate you and everything you do for us.
Well, I remember one of my favorite. Like I said, yeah, I love this movie, and I know KLA don't like it. It's one of my favorite movies. And he tells me, "Why don't you?" It's like the two movies in the Batman trilogy. I do a lot of quotes from that is Batman Begins and Dark Knights. And I remember in the end of Batman Begins when Jim Gordon, said to Batman, "I forgot to thank you," and Batman turned around and said, "You never have to." And often, like one of my quotes is also says, "Why do we fall, Master Wayne? Because we learn to pick ourselves up." Yeah. We got my man Balls Deep says this fire interview. Thank you, Balls Deep. He this is one stupid thing he wants to say. I usually don't post it, but because Balls Deep stupid, I'm just gonna. He says, "Twerk something." No, we're not gonna twerk nothing. And also he says, "I need her and Tigress to discipline me." Balls Deep, he's just man. And like I
That's
said, my
gonna be the
man,
second movie.
yeah, that'd be good. Second movie, yeah. And don't worry, what I told you, we're going to do it anyway. Forget about that. But yeah, that'd be there's some guys that like that type of movie. But
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate. Thanks, Raheem and Balls Deep, all of you guys for being a part of this. I think that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So while we got you here, before we let you go, and you can ice your leg and take a nice off your leg day. Do you have anybody you want to say thank you or sort of shout out to while you're here?
Oh yeah, I think I was doing that while you couldn't hear, but I'll do it again. So definitely, my support team here. Without my tools, my toolbox, my coach Bo Moraga with Bo Knows. He trains here out of Phoenix, Arizona, and he has a gym called the Weight Room LLC. I do get body work done weekly. So I see Nita with Kinetic Energy. If anybody wants to see her, everything is in my IG. Message me if you guys are local. I also get chiropractic work done by Dr. Carrie Gunblack here in Gilbert, Arizona. So got to take care of this. It's a well-oiled machine. And just I have family and friends who thank you everyone for your support, and thank you for your support, George. Like we appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate y'all ladies and much respect. My sister, the Tigress, who's been sitting here, much respect to her. She says,
Yes,
your
Tigress.
pain is my pleasure. Yeah, and also my man Ballsy says, peace and blessings, beautiful. And and like I said, I wish I did have I forgot. I should change my cover from Jon Snow to the Joker, and I say she is beautiful. Why so serious, son? Why so serious? But like I said, again, I do appreciate you taking this time out with me and talking with me, telling your story. I mean, I'll be happy for you whenever you want to catch up, talk and just
Definitely.
see what's going on. And we keep in close on IG. I'll
Oh
send you
yeah.
little stuff, crazy stuff. You get the thing where I see the dude talking about the iced tea that he's caved.
I am a person who doesn't post very much on IG unless it's bodybuilding related. But I do send memes all day long to friends. If it made me laugh, then I'm going to send it off. So that's why, and I appreciate you sending me those as well.
Yeah, because I know some ladies tell me say this, they appreciate what I say, like especially the motivational stuff, because it keeps them motivated. Because sometimes they be having days like I know one lady we were talking a while ago. She said that George, I appreciate you saying that stuff. Because sometimes there's days where I just want to like, I just want to say it. But then one lady says, see something for some women say like, why are you saying me stuff? It's not like I said, well, you know what? I'm not gonna see anything, so that's be done with you. Because the fact is, you should enjoy
Yeah.
life. Because life is
Yeah.
don't be like I said, don't be so serious, son, daughter, whatever. Man, Raheem says Batman Robin
Thank
had
you,
great quotes as
Queen.
well.
Yes.
Nah, they didn't. Yeah, not that good. Not as good as the Chris Nolan movies. Those are great quotes. Like "Why You Fall," "Be aware of surroundings at all times." Those are great quotes. Hopefully ends up in Hollywood. And she's saying thank you to our dear friend, Miss the Tigress. Good luck on your next show, Monica. And appreciate the Tigress because
Yes.
and
Thank you, Queen.
yeah, she is the queen. She is the tigress. Tigress, a tiger by the tail. Tiger's in the house. Tiger in the building. Call the animal shelter. But like I said, ladies like you and Tisha and all the ladies I've become acquainted with. I did a interview with Tisha about a few months ago. I love to give y'all ladies the opportunity to tell your stories because the fact is your stories are interesting. Some people say that you know um, are not that interesting, but the fact is I think they are interesting. And just to learn about how you get into the sport, how you find your way to sport, and how you stay competitive. Sometimes where there's going to be a show where, I mean, almost there was, I think it was the show over in UK where there almost was no bodybuilder,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think somebody told me because they were stealing money from Arnold. I mean, Arnold, I used to like Arnold, but then Arnold's doing some shitty stuff. I mean, Arnold. But, it's just like I said again, people truly out there who want to support women like Monica, who want to support the sport. Not just, I would say, not just the women bodybuilders, but also the men in bodybuilders. Because they need, well, they got a little bit more than the women, but still. But like I said, generally, that's what my channel is about. Giving y'all ladies that's support and giving y'all recognition. That's why I make videos. That's why I make content. I do also do stuff on MMA and mixed martial arts because those two divisions, those two sports, especially for women, they have certain similarities.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
said,
love it.
like yeah, and I do appreciate you and all the women who support my channel. Like I said, well, YouTube they give you some like phantom followers, but the women who generally follow my channel, I appreciate them a lot more than those fake subscribers they create me. Because you know what?
Mhm.
If I don't have no more than 1,000 subscribers, if I just had 600 or 700 people, I'm happy. I'm glad.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
folks, my man Balls Deep says her IG is fire. He likes your
Thank
IG.
you.
And my man
Appreciate
Raheem, do you say Bo Jackson trains you awesome? Not that Bo Jackson. Not that Bo Jackson. Not that Bo Jackson. You know,
it.
yeah, I remember Bo. Bo knew sports. Bo was good. I used
Bo
to work.
knows.
Bo knows, but your Bo's he knows.
Yes,
But
exactly.
folks, as I said again, and I'm gonna say this, and I hope I can get to somebody to say this. If you're someone out there who is interested in supporting people like Monica, people like Tisha, any woman in the sport of bodybuilding, be it women's bodybuilding, being figure, being physique, be it in fitness, wellness, or even bikini, which they don't need too much sponsors. They don't. But if you're genuine or interested in sponsoring these ladies, reach out to them. Be genuine interest. Don't be that guy that says like, Monica, I saw your pictures, and I got a pop tent. No, be those guys saying like, Miss Perez, I saw your stuff on social media. I saw your interview with George. I really want to sponsor you. I want to see you get to the next level. Make your interest genuine. Because like I said, some of these ladies they get weird guys approach them. They get guys talking junk about them in on social media, then turn around and they say like, I want to date